Hello and welcome to the Kanawha Valley Hustlers. So, someone recently asked me if I found my business to be financially rewarding. And honestly, I was a little taken aback by the question. See, I don't really look at my business that way. For me, it's not about money so much as it is about allowing me to live the life that I want to live, and to help people along the way, and to make an impact in people's life. So real quick, comment below, let me know, why did you start your business, or why are you thinking of starting a business? I want to hear from you. So when I think about reward, like financially, being financially rewarding, I just don't think about it financially. I think about being able to control my own life, to make my own hours, to be able to spend, I say this as a joke, but I do mean it. If I'm going to spend 40 hours a week on a really stupid idea, I want it to be my stupid idea. I don't want to spend 40 hours a week on somebody else's stupid idea that I know is not going to work in the long run, and just to be frustrated at the end of the day with just spinning my wheels and doing nothing. So, when I think about why I wanted to actually become an entrepreneur, that the reward that I was looking for was not necessarily financial. And the financial stuff comes, and I think of it a lot like the way I think of happiness. If you ever know somebody that's searching for happiness, they never find happiness. You don't find happiness by searching for it. As a matter of fact, thinking about yourself is very similar to so the word self-conscious means thinking about yourself, right? So they mean the same thing, and being self-conscious is always negative, and it might even be the same thing as being depressed or miserable. Like, do you ever know somebody that is depressed, that is miserable, that is that's helping somebody else? Not typically the case. Usually people that are depressed and miserable are thinking about themselves all the time. They're being self-conscious. And when they're looking for happiness, they're looking for something. It's the same. I think it's the same thing with money. When you're looking for money, when you're constantly out there looking, how do I get more money? How do I get more money? And then, to compound all of that is all of the noise online. I can't tell you how often, you see like these influencers and stuff, and there's legitimate like marketing and sales and business people that are out there. Don't get me wrong, but there's a lot of them that just sell these completely ridiculous ideas of making money while you sleep and no work, and just making passive income left and right. All you got to do is start a YouTube channel and connect an AI bot to it, and you'll make millions of dollars overnight. Which I know that the idea of the get-rich-quick scheme isn't new. That's been around for a long time, and I remember the infomercials from the 90s on some of that kind of stuff when it came to investments and real estate investments and stuff like that. So, that's something that's always going to be with us. But I always feel like people that buy into that, and then they do the stuff that they think they're going to make, and also part of it was ruined by the .com bubble, because there were a lot of people that were very young that made a whole lot of money for doing nothing because they happened to be the right people in the right place. But odds are that's not going to be you. More than likely, you're going to have a job, build a business. Hopefully you'll be able to turn that job into a business where you'll be able to employ others, and you'll be able to develop an asset that then can take care of you beyond just your day-to-day. But the idea that you're just going to have this completely passive income where, you just show up and sign checks and then go home to the Hamptons, probably not going to happen. And that's where I think passion really matters. In the early days of any business, there's going to be lots and lots of times where you're going to be working and working and working, and you're not going to see the results of that work. You're not going to. That's the difference between having a job and having a business. You have a job, you get paid no matter what. You got a business, and you might put in 80 hours a week for week after week after week after week, and then finally you'll get a big payday at the end of that. Or you'll start to build a cash flow system that begins to pay. And you've got to go through all that stuff. You've got to figure it out. It's why the passion matters. You have to love what you're doing. If you hate everything about it, if you're trying to create, I hate going back to like the YouTube example, but like creating like a faceless YouTube channel and thinking that you're going to make millions of dollars because you hook ChatGPT up to Facebook and hired a VA in the Philippines, and now everything's going to work out and you're going to make millions of dollars. Like, you don't have any passion for that. You don't care about that. You're not going to do the hard work to get that going. And you're going to fail at it. And just like everybody else fails at it. Like, it's all make believe. Now, if you have a passion for origami and you start a YouTube channel making origami and you pour in your heart and your soul hour after hour after hour after hour, week after week, month after month, at some point it might end up generating money for you. Now, you might have to figure out ways for it to generate money. The money might get generated by you selling origami supplies, or for you writing a book and selling the book. You might not get monetized by YouTube. There might not be enough people. You might get sponsors there might be different ways. But the idea that you're going to create like some faceless passive income channel and, on whatever topic, and you're just going to read the algorithm and make a whole bunch of money, it's not going to happen for you. And if that's what you're looking to do with your business, if you're looking to build a business, that's not a business. And you might be able to make a couple bucks. You might be able to, do something that you enjoy, but that's not a business. I think about like streaming video games is another example. You're not necessarily building a business. You can make money streaming video games. There's opportunities there. There's things to do. So I don't want to like rain on anybody's parade, but that's where that passion comes in. If you're going to build that as a business, you've got to have a passion for it. You've got to love it. You've got to really want to do it. And that's the way I am with business development, marketing, video production, sales, like helping businesses get out there, get attention, draw attention to themselves so that they can build their audience, so that they can build their brand, so that they can ultimately generate more revenue, make more money. I love doing that. I love talking to business owners. I love helping them out with reframing the way that they're thinking about things. I love working with them one-on-one and helping get them engaged in the types of things that they want to do to grow their business. I love it. I put in 80 hours a week. Sometimes it's evenings, sometimes it's nights. And eventually I do a lot of stuff for free too. I help a lot of people out. So if all I was thinking about was, is it financially rewarding? Am I making enough nickels off of this free job? And am I making enough pennies? Am I squeezing everything? I wouldn't be successful. Nobody would know who I am because I would be too focused on narrow things and not focused on big things. And that passion wouldn't be driving me. But I've got the passion that's driving me. And I help to solve a problem. And when you're solving problems and you keep serving others, the money will follow. That's not to say that there's not anything in there that could be fixed or improved or anything else. That's not to say that just go out there and blindly do free stuff for everybody all the time. But be in service, solve problems, focus on passion, and the rest in time, if you focus on all of them, they will take care of themselves as long as you keep your head down, pay attention to what's working, what doesn't work, double down on the stuff that doesn't work, double down on the stuff that does work, quit doing the stuff that doesn't work, and let your passion guide you. And, you will generate money that way. So don't focus on financial rewards, focus on solving problems, and focus on being helpful. This is Joe Justice, the Kanawha Valley Hustler, reminding you to hustle hard, hustle smart, and hustle with a smile.